Hey, Jay Grover here. First time ever posting anything. I'm in the car right now, as you may or may not be able to tell. Never had a Facebook page before. I've never tweeted. Never had an Instagram. Sure as hell don't know what a TikTok is. So I'm going to throw this onto YouTube. I doubt anyone will listen, but I just got some things I got to get off my chest, man. I love this country, and I love most people in it. And I feel like we're having a wedge driven in between us on purpose by people. Try and divide us. Try and make topics about things that they're not truly about. Make things political that have no political persuasion whatsoever. You know, like for example, and this isn't going to be about this, but my thing is our starting line. We don't have a similar starting line anymore. You can't have a real meaningful conversation with someone if you can't agree on where a starting line is. If one person thinks a story is here and someone else thinks it's here, we can't ever move forward and have meaningful dialect with each other if we can't agree on a starting point. So for example, really quick, and it's not about this, but I just read a story that this week that kind of hit me. Climate change. Dude, if you don't think climate change is a real thing, then we can't have a meaningful conversation. We can't move forward. I mean, I'll sit there and I guess we could have a discussion about whether you think it's if it's cyclical or if it's man-made, or maybe a little bit of both. We could have that intellectual conversation. But to say that climate change isn't a real thing is, to me, it's disingenuous. You know, this week on Tuesday, more ice melted in Greenland. Enough ice melted in Greenland to cover the entire state of Florida in 2 inches of water. That's a measurable thing. That's a factual thing. So if you tell me that climate change isn't real, our starting line is off, bro. We can't even have meaningful discussions. So that's what I mean about our starting line. So what I really wanted to get at today was some of the things that have happened in the Olympics this week. You know, the women's soccer team lost, and I saw that there were certain people, I won't say political persuasion, but they were happy. They were celebrating that the women lost because they don't like Megan Rapinoe, because she took a knee last year to bring attention to the fact that women get paid much less than men's soccer players. And even though we know they've been far more successful than the men, they don't get paid as much. So she took a knee to draw social attention to that, and to this injustice that she saw happening in the community as well, with policing and other things. But that's her platform. That was her way to get people to listen. We just had a president for 4 years that used his platform to bully people around for 4 years, and certain people of political persuasion had no problem with him using his platform to condemn people and to cancel people. I mean, he canceled how many, the original group of cancel culture was people that got rid of Colin Kaepernick. I mean, don't forget, Trump tried to cancel the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball when they moved the All-Star game. So, these people that try and drive a wedge in between us, she drew attention to something that she had an issue with. And who among us would not be angry if we found out that a coworker was making 3 times what we were making and we knew that we were better employees than them? We would all be angry, and we would go and sit down with our boss, right? Well, this was her opportunity to sit down with her boss and to show the world, bring attention to what was going on. So if you celebrated the women losing to Canada, then you're unpatriotic. You're a coward, right? There's your starting line, bro. The other thing I wanted to talk about really quick was Simone Biles. If you were attacking a wonderful athlete, the greatest athlete, one of the greatest athletes of our time, if not of any time, because she had the twisties, and then she decided that she needed to step aside and give her teammates a chance to succeed at the Olympics, you're a coward, dude. Close your keyboard down, brush the crumbs off of your chest, and get real. If you can't do 3 or 4 flips in the air, which she does, and 15 feet in the air, by the way, if you can't do those things, I don't want to hear your opinion on it, right? There's your starting line, bro. Your starting line isn't the same as hers. There was another gymnast that said, doing what she does is like doing 4 flips over an empty pool. Would you do that? You wouldn't. If you get the twisties, dude, you don't know where your body is in relation to the ground. It's a dangerous, dangerous place to be. and she realized she was going to be better help for Team America to step aside and let someone else have their shot. If we would have found out that she had the twisties and she went out and performed poorly, can you imagine what people would have said? They would have said, oh, that's so selfish. Why didn't you step aside and give an opportunity to someone else? So she's selfish and a coward and unpatriotic if she performs poorly, but she's also a coward and unpatriotic if she steps aside and gives other teammates who have worked just as hard as her an opportunity to succeed, because she's in danger. Her life is in danger, dude. It's not like, she's a runner and she might hurt her ankle or something if she is unsure of her body or where she is. She's 15 feet in the air doing flips. She could kill herself. She'd become paralyzed for the rest of her life so that she could make Piers Morgan happy. Come on, man. Stay in your lane, bro. Let's find our starting line. All right, peace.